Today, the Cultural Space Ambassadors opened up a year-long conversation to the greater Oakland arts community at Our Stories, Our Spaces, an artist-led virtual tour of Oakland neighborhoods, real, imagined, and reimagined. The CSAs are a group of artists and cultural workers who have been innovating solutions to the challenges that the current economic and real estate market creates for artists. The virtual neighborhood tour covered new cultural space preservation models, including the 7th Street West Oakland corridor, live-work spaces and collective living in Brooklyn Basin, the East Oakland Black Cultural Zone, and public spaces as cultural spaces in Oakland Chinatown.
We talked about what it would mean to have a convening, a regular convening of like minds and resources.
We talked about cultural easements, a space within a space that could be deeded permanently.
We kind of talked about the need to weaponize culture as a survival program.
Oh my goodness, it was amazing. It was an amazing coming together of lots of different ideas and discussions around culture, around the role of culture, around the space needs of culture, and about Oakland, where it's been and where it's going. I'm Elena Serrano. I'm a member of the Eastside Arts Alliance Collective.
My name is Donna Smithy. I'm an affordable housing developer in Oakland, working predominantly with arts and culture projects.
My name is Pammy Harrison. I am the grants manager at Asian Pacific Environmental Network, or APEN. I came to CAST through my role working at the Oakland Asian Cultural Center. Today was the culminating event for CAST Cultural Space Ambassadors, and we had virtual tours of various parts of Oakland.
I'm Chichi Okoma, and I'm a 2019 Cultural Space Ambassador. As a member of the East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative, as well as researching business models in the arts and the upcoming Oakland Cultural Space Cooperative. Today, we presented on the 7th Street corridor, a culturally historic neighborhood.
This was a lot of folks' first time hearing about this idea of 7 key cultural hub sites. I appreciated being able to share that information with folks and then also being able to gather some more information.
I really appreciate the opportunity to come together with a really diverse range of people who are interested in culture and arts and Oakland. So many different backgrounds and perspectives. It's always really refreshing to see that people care about arts and culture and are invested in it and invested in Oakland.
One of the main benefits that came to me from being part of the CSA program was getting to know more people in that community of art, and also the diversity, so that it was really ripe for learning from one another.
History is so important, one, so that we can do the work of first restoring the spiritual well-being of our land. It would be difficult to rebuild on something that we have not healed from the harm that we've caused. And the history of Oakland is so rich, and yet the erasure of that history is happening so fast.
The impact, the ripple effect of being displaced is significant just for anybody. But when you're rooted in a cultural, creative community, the fracturing of losing people is different.
Access to culture, we're systematically suppressed.
One of the projects that we had here, one of the activities, was a map. We were able to actually indicate places that used to be there, cultural spaces we used to have, cultural spaces that currently exist, and then imagining where could we be, what else could we reclaim or rebuild to create new cultural spaces. So we're really excited to go back to that map and see what people have shared.
As a cultural space ambassador, I feel like personally my role is to think about how do we actually invest in time and opportunities and creating that structure so that people can access these traditions and knowledge that sustain humans for generations.
Things that I'm hoping remain as part of this peer learning thing. Pulling up some of the things that came to the surface here and having those be the points that the next iteration of Keeping Space Oakland really makes a deeper dive into.
Is us standing in our truth and knowing that this is our space and we have a right to it, and we have a right to determine how it gets used as we continue to live here.